Alright guys, we're going to be doing the next open.
Presented by Quinrose.
So we're going to see if we can actually start at the clock tower. Which it looks like we can't. So we'll do one straight shot through at Hatter Mansion. Will you move to Hatter Mansion? Yes. Walking at a steady pace, I arrived at a mansion with a magnificent gate. Wow, it seems even more splendid seeing it from up close. With the unconventional-looking gate tightly shut, I could only peek through the gap between the bars, and even then I couldn't see any sign of the mansion itself. The resident must have some really huge grounds. I can tell it must be a large estate even without seeing it. The gate is a clear sign of that. However, there wasn't any bell or nameplate. There should definitely be someone like a manager or a guard permanently stationed in such a big mansion, but there's no sign of one. I'm starting to have doubts about whether this place is a mansion or not. Even though this is my dream, I don't feel like I'm welcome here, especially with the gate closed like this.
どうしたの、お姉さん? この屋敷に用事?
Two boys were talking to me. The two of them had completely identical features. I can tell that they're twins, even without any explanation. Yes, it's such a magnificent mansion that I got curious and came to look. Are you residents of this mansion? They didn't look like servants. It also feels strange to think of them as young masters of the mansion. What was stranger than anything else was that both of them were carrying axes. And the fact that they were pointing those axes right at me.
僕たち? そうだよ。僕たちはここの関係者さ。門番なんだ。ここに来た悪い奴をやっつけるんだ。
Aren't we awesome? They asked me proudly, but still they look expressionless somehow. You guys are gatekeepers? ? Those boys were kids, no matter how you looked at it. It wasn't like they were going to turn into big men if one of them were to clear the dirt from their eyes. They didn't look too sturdy, and even without considering their age, they don't seem like gatekeepers. The huge axes didn't match with the size of their bodies and looked bizarre.
そうだよ。僕たちがここの屋敷の門番。悪い奴を倒すために雇われているんだ。
Get rid of bad guys. Do away with bad guys, she thinks. I could sense a foreboding implication in their words. I'm not a bad guy. I finally noticed that their words were aimed at me. I'm not a bad person. I don't plan to infiltrate another person's home like Peter did, and of course, I wasn't up to any mischief either.
お姉さんは悪い奴には見えない。でも、人は見かけによらないしね。 給料分の働きをしないとどやされちゃう。減給は嫌なんだよね。それに、僕たち退屈していたんだ。ここのボスは退屈がお嫌いだけど、僕たちだって退屈は歓迎しない。お姉さん、僕たちと遊ばない？僕たち遊び相手を探していたんだ。返さないよ。
She's like the blades of their axes approach me. Wait.
大丈夫。そんなに痛くないよ。お姉さん、悪い子じゃなさそうだからサービスしてあげる。無料で楽にしてあげるよ。
She's like, oh my gosh. Even though they had sweet, innocent-looking smiles, they appeared expressionless somehow. The blades of their axes gleamed as they drew closer, and I gulped.
何やってんだ、門番ども。
Elliot! Yay!
また入れ替わってるのか。ま、いいけどな。
She's like the young man who had suddenly appeared from behind the twins, had vivid blonde hair with traces of orange, and on his head sat the dreaded rabbit ears. He threw me a brief glance. Oh crap, she thinks, ... In a fairy tale-like setting, there would be a rescue scene here. But the grinning rabbit-eared guy didn't look like a prince coming to my rescue, no matter how optimistically I looked at the situation. Princes don't have rabbit ears. Furthermore, I didn't believe that person had come to rescue me, even if we disregard the rabbit ears. He seemed to be enjoying the situation as he looked at us, not having the slightest bit of worry about me, and I could sense his hostility much more clearly than the twins.
ちょっと邪魔しないでよ。僕たち仕事中なんだ。ここに来た悪い奴を倒さなきゃ。そのために給料もらってるしね。
サボり魔の癖してよく言うぜ。何こいつ、悪い奴なの？
知らないよ。あんまり悪そうには見えないけどね。でも、給料のために仕事しなきゃ。もうすぐ査定があるって聞いたんだ。
俺聞いてないぜ。
She's like, so the twins were legitimate gatekeepers after all? It feels strange to see such young boys as guards.
ガセじゃね？
お金に関して僕が間違うとでも？
それもそっか。ああ、聞き落としたかもな。最近いろんな案件が上がってるから混乱するぜ。ブラッドのやつ、んなこと言ってたかな。
君って物覚え悪いよね。3歩も歩かずすぐ忘れる。鶏？ 3歩も歩かず忘れるなら鶏にも劣るよ。ひよこだよ。ひよこ頭だね。ひよこうさぎだ。
うっせえよ。俺はてめえらみたいに休みと金しか頭にないお気楽なガキとは違うの。それに俺はウサギじゃねえ。俺のどこを見たらウサギだっつんだ。
She's like, that turned the twins speechless. Of course, I was also dumbfounded. Our glances traveled to his head. Blonde hair with strands of orange mixed in. They called him a chick, but I don't think there are any chicks with such a beautiful color. The natural color of his hair was vibrant enough to captivate people. There might also be hints of red mixed in to blend with the blonde and orange. It couldn't be artificial. He was no pretty boy, but the young man's gruff good looks were likely to be popular among women who are weak towards that type of charm. But the first thing that would catch one's eye was the vividness of his hair. And the things on top of it. Just what part of you doesn't look like a rabbit? Fluffy rabbit ears, looking at them move and twitch once in a while, I decided that they couldn't be man-made either.
なんだよ。俺はウサギじゃないぞ。ここの番犬なんだから、犬だ、犬。
Dog?
犬
We stare at his head. Our staring may have made him uncomfortable. The rabbit ears bounced erratically. No matter how one looked at them, those ears were of a rabbit, not a dog. It's a little hard to call them dog ears, she trails off. A little ... Nah, pretty much impossible, question mark.
耳の長い犬同じ職場のよしみで短く切ってあげようか耳長の犬か珍しいから高く売れるかな僕ならただでもいらないけど
As we all shared our personal impressions, the conversation didn't seem to be going anywhere. The three of us let our thoughts out while staring at his orange head.
何わけのわかんないこと言ってんだよ。
From our perspective, he was the one saying an incomprehensible thing. Doesn't seem like he sees things the same way, though. Someone who says something that incomprehensible was the optimum of a person without self-awareness. This is troubling.
なあ、これ、俺に回せよ。
He's like, the matter of killing her. We were all quiet for a while, and then he broke the silence with a completely different voice. All serious. Elliot. Dang. I found myself at gunpoint before I could realize what was happening.
悪いやつなんだろ、あんた。
She's like, no, I haven't done anything wrong. I was just passing by. That's all I was doing. Even though I was only passing by, I'd had axes pointed at me and now a gun is being thrust in my face. Dreams are supposed to be more convenient. Why? Why so many near-death situations? For something that was only my dream, this was too ruthless. I'm a good person, ... Well, that may not be completely accurate, but at least I'm not a bad guy.
悪いやつじゃないのか。張り合いがねえな。
All dark. The orange-haired man grinned. A laugh that doesn't try to hide his hostility at all. There are no traces of kindness in
俺
it.
は悪いやつなんだ。ごめん。
She's like, ah. Don't pretend to be sorry when you really aren't. I can't take my eyes off the muzzle of the gun. He's serious about shooting me. This isn't merely a threat. Axes hit the gun with a clang.
んだよ。邪魔すんな。
His gun had been hit with axes. There should have been considerable force behind the blow, but he didn't drop his gun and his posture didn't collapse either. He looked down at the twins, unamused.
それは僕らのセリフだよ僕たちの獲物を横取りする気ボーナスゲット狙ってるの
俺はお前らと違ってなもんに興味はねえ。この前点検してから撃ってねえんだ。試し撃ちさせろよ。
このお姉さんがどこかの回し物だったら手柄を横取りしないでよそうは見えないけどさ普通の客だったらあんたのミスにしてよその可能性が高いけどさ
わかったわかった。手柄だったらやるし、ミスだったらかぶってやる。
それならいいよ異論なし
They're like, no problem from us. The twins lowered their axes readily. You're okay with that? Seems like the twins weren't stopping him because of any morals. I had been on the receiving end of their axes, too, so I wasn't expecting anything. But this is too much like I feared.
じゃ、遠慮なく。もらい。
The orange rabbit had nothing stopping him now. He pulled the trigger without any hesitation. Bang! He really pulled the trigger, she thinks, and shot a bullet at me. This was no joke, but cold hard truth. It didn't sound like he was joking, but still, I was unsure if he was really serious. Seems like he was. Being shot on such a sunny day in front of a grand mansion without even much notice. This was so extraordinary that it didn't register as truth in my mind. But the Hatter appeared and stopped it. He pushed his gun up.
なんで止めるんだよ。
As he really fired his gun, if the trajectory of the bullet had stayed the same, it would have hit me. The rabbit-eared guy seemed to be skilled with guns, so it would have been instant death for me. He did fire at me from point-blank range. The reason I'm still alive is because the path of his bullet had been changed forcefully. The man called Blood. He wore a gaudy hat and a mismatched outfit that seemed to be a mix between a riding suit and formal wear. He made the bullets miss me. I look up at him in blank amazement. This strangely dressed man, ... looks just like him. I thought my breath would
お
stop.
前たち、敷地内では殺す前に許可を取れと言っただろ。何度言えばわかるんだ。
He had moved so fast to push the bullet aside that I couldn't track his movements. Compared to his actions, he spoke in a languid tone.
僕たちは関係ないよ、ボス。このひよこウサギが勝手に撃ったんだよ、ボス。
The twins started making excuses. The man named Blood seemed to be their boss, and they treated him differently.
エリオ。ごめん。
The orange rabbit, who appeared to be named Elliot's ears drooped from Blood's piercing glare.
学習しないやつだ。撃つ前に考えろ。私は難しい命令をしたから。考えたぜ。ちゃんと考えて撃ったんだ。撃つか撃たないかを判断するために考えろと言っている。すべて撃つようなら、結局考えていないのと同じことだ。いいだろう、撃っても敵かもしれない。
The man called Blood threw me a fleeting glance. He lazily observed my face and attire. I felt like he was making fun of my frilly getup and suddenly grew embarrassed.
敵かもしれないか。お前には敵に見えるのか、このお嬢さん。あんまり見えないが、でも敵かもしれないだろ。忍び込むつもりだったのかも。
I won't do such a thing, she tells them. I lost my temper and objected. Elliot also seemed like the type to easily get mad, and he immediately argued back.
うるさいな。敵かもしれないから敵なんだよ。
What the heck? If one followed your logic, all passerby would be your enemy. Everyone will become too afraid to approach this
いや、
place.
ほんと、そうなんだよね。真面目な僕らが真面目に仕事して、ここら辺をうろつく悪そうな奴らを片っ端から片付けていったら、誰も近づかなくなっちゃった。そうそう。そうしたら仕事がなくなっちゃってさ。
They're like, we killed everybody.
給料泥棒なんて言われる始末。
お前ら極端なんだよ。やりすぎだ。
While I also had issues with what the twins said, Elliot is the one person who doesn't get to admonish them. His words hold no persuasive power.
もう一般人なんて誰も近寄らないから、ここにいる時点で怪しい。だから殺しちゃってもいいと思ったんだよね。間違ったら間違った時のことだよね。
I was about to be killed for such a stupid reason? Their pretext was so ridiculous that I'm
あん
dumbfounded.
たが怪しいのは間違いないだろう。帽子やファミリーに何の用だ。
Hatter family, she wonders, question mark. What is that? I don't have any business with something that suspiciously named. They are the ones who are fishy. I don't have any business in particular. I was just passing by.
くだらねえ言い訳はよすんだな。ここらは帽子やファミリーの仕切る領土。その本拠だぜ。用もなしに誰が来るかよ。ブラッド、やっぱりこいつは怪しい。やっちまおうぜ。
Elliot tries to aim his gun at me again, but Blood didn't remove his hand. He stared at me, even his gaze was lethargic. I also stare back. He really looks similar. He looks just the same as the person I know. I mean, they could be called doppelgangers. When Blood appeared, I thought it was him for a split second, but, ... even inside a dream, that person won't come to my rescue. Hoping for that would be far-fetched. Too far-fetched. It's a different person. That person wouldn't look at someone with cold derision. He never looked at me with such cold eyes. Even so, they really look similar. This is the worst. Seeing this inside a dream meant I still wasn't over him. ... Moreover, somehow, she trails off. Doesn't this feel kind of forced? Even if this is a dream, a doppelganger of someone I know in real life appearing sounds way too overdone and unexciting. It feels as if someone plotted this. A stupid development anyone could come up with. I suspect whoever came up with this was a bit thick in the head. She's talking about Nightmare. I see, so I was this dumb, but she thinks she's talking about herself because she thinks it's a dream.
何？こういうの好みだったっけ、お前。趣味変わった？しばらく女っ気なかったもんね。
Wow, Elliot. Addressing us, who were intently gazing at each other, Elliot says something annoying. Are you trying to say he wouldn't lay a finger on me unless he was really starved?
この子は敵じゃない。よそんな。
Blood ignored the comment about his taste in women and stated that softly.
は？よそ者？ あんた、そうなの？
She's like, well, I think I am. I mean, Julia said so too.
ユリウスだと？ユリウス問題にあったのか？
She's like, huh? I ran into him when I first came here. ... But he told me that I'd better go to the other places to get to know people. I retreat a few steps when he pressed close with an extremely threatening air.
やつ、俺の宿敵なんだ。最低な野郎だぜ。
I see.
この世界に来て早々、あんな奴に会うなんてついてなかったな。気の毒だ。
She's like, thanks. At least Julius didn't point a gun towards me like you did. But now the fear I felt was more realistic compared to when a gun was thrust towards me. I slowly backed up. She's like, these people are weird. Elliot suddenly turned to face Blood and started talking in whispers.
なあなあ、ブラッド。俺、こいつのことをかわいそうになっちまった。やっぱり時計野郎は鬼だぜ。自分が手を汚したくないからって、ほっといても始末してくれそうなところに流しやがった。
I guess he means to have a secret chat, but I can hear it all since he didn't actually lower the volume of his voice.
エリオット、お前は支援に流されすぎだ。冷静に判断しろよ。
Blood laughed dryly. His gaze was still focused on me.
時計屋はそこまで無意味に無慈悲な男じゃない。大方、仕事がうまくいっていなくて、よそ者がどうなろうと知ったことじゃない気分だったんだろう。あ、それって十分鬼じゃね？
She's like, if it really is like how Blood said, then he really is one. But Blood lightly shook his head to deny Elliot's words. They looked similar after all, she thinks. It was clear from his clothes and lethargic air that he was a different person, but in his gestures I found common features here and there.
奴は親切じゃないだけだ。大して悪いはない。無慈悲なわけじゃないが、慈悲深くもない。同情はできないが、理解はできる。私も誰がどこで死のうがどうでもいい。面白くないものは死ねばいい。
Savage. They're similar, ... but in the end they're not. The only similarity is the face. The person I knew well wasn't someone who'd say such shocking things so flippantly. The face might be similar, but the expression there was completely different. Unlike the timid and gentle expression in my memory, the man before me was haughty and bold. He asserts his presence by just being there. He was on a completely different level from an ordinary man. Even though their faces were similar, the difference was clear enough to make me completely aware that they weren't the same person. And above all, I don't have any acquaintances who'd wear such a weird hat. Having that weird hat on his head would automatically remove him from my list of acquaintances.
あんな野郎の肩を持つなよ。気悪いな。味方すんのか？
While I was lost in my wandering thoughts, she was monologuing to herself. Blood and Elliot's conversation had also strayed from my topic without me noticing.
客観的な意見だ。心配しなくてもお前の借りは返してやる。してねえよ。借りは自分で返す。
I relaxed once again as the conversation kept progressing towards a direction unrelated to me. The gaudy hat guy, apparently named Blood, who was a different person after all, and the rabbit-eared orange-head guy, who should be Elliot since that's what Blood called him, seemed close. But they were different from friends on equal terms. They don't seem like a boss and his subordinate either. When I looked at them, I don't know why, but I was reminded of a schoolyard bully and his henchman. We're talking about elementary school level here. I shouldn't be calling them kids considering my own age, but it fits as such children would be in such second grade at most. It's strange to say this about grown men, but the hierarchy between them seemed close to that. ... They had started talking about how to deal with me, and that's how it seemed, but the conversation got off track very quickly, and I couldn't tell if they had any further interest in me or not. The subject was light, but the way Blood's eyes didn't smile made me uneasy. His bearing may be lethargic, but the man left no openings. He's a scary man, I thought. When it comes to what's inside, he didn't resemble my acquaintance at all.
そういや、今日の夕飯はいつ食べるんだ？
夕食は夜に食べるものと決まっている。ああ、今夜の食事はお前の好物だったな。人参のサラダと人参のスープと人参のグラタンに蒸し人参スティックだったか。
デザートは人参のコンポートだぜ。よだれ出そう。
His carrot obsession.
ここの料理人は最高だよな。まったりとして、それでいてしつこい人参の味がたまらねえ。
それはよかったな。お前の食事を横取りしないよう私は別メニューを頼むとするよ。
安心しろって、お前の分も多めに作ってもらってる。
じゃあその多めに作った分もお前が食べていいぞ。
ブラッド、お前って優しいよな。ところで、いつ夕食になるんだ？前の夜はすぐに終わっちまって食事どころじゃなかった。最近昼と夕方ばっかりで夜が来ないから夕食が取れない。カロチン不足でイライラするぜ。
As their talk advances, it steadily deviates further from me. But they at least talked about me at first. They're still better. Then these axe-wielding gatekeeper duo, I mean, they're even worse. Even though they had tried to kill me, they had already lost all interest in my case. They had stopped listening completely long before the talk about me being an outsider started. After looking away as if bored for a while, they finally started talking between themselves.
時間外労働についてどう思う？兄弟。
I can't understand anything after the first sentence. Doesn't seem to be something related to me, at least.
時間外労働はすなわち悪だよ、兄弟。憎むべきものだ。残業手当を弾んでくれるのなら考えてもいいけどね。そうとも、憎むべき諸悪の根源だよ。疲れたらいい仕事はできないと思わないか、兄弟？もちろんできないとも、兄弟。残業手当がつかないとなれば救いようがないよ。無料奉仕なんてやっていられない。僕たちはいい働きをしている。昨日だったか一昨日だったかには敵っぽい奴らをたくさん殺したし、今日だって女の子を一人捕まえた。
I guess that was about me. But they don't even look towards me. They stray from that topic right away.
女の子を捕まえるのは初めてだから収穫だ。殺さずにいるんだから褒められて叱るべきだ。でも、ボーナスは出そうにないね。すべての労働はボーナスのためにあるのに、嘆かわしいよ。 労働も度が過ぎるとうまくいかないということさ。休憩が必要だと思わないか、兄弟。僕たちは過剰に働きすぎている。時間外労働に当たるとしたら手当をもらわなきゃ耐えられないね。問題はそこだ。昼になったり夜になったり夕方になったりするから勤務時間がよくわからない。僕は休憩した。僕も金にならない労働は嫌いだよ。やる気が失せる。僕も休憩がしたいな。僕も兄弟も揃って休憩したい。片方が休むなんて決闘になりそうなことは休憩にならないから避けたいね。でも僕らは門番だ。同時にいなくなっては侵入者を防げない。兄弟、何のためにこんなに金のかかってそうな立派な門があると思うんだよ。門を閉めたら入ってこれないさ。だいたい本気で侵入しようと思うのなら正門になんか来るわけないんだよ。これを言ったら門番なんて成立しなくなるから言わないけどね。給料だけもらっておいて休憩の間は門を閉めちゃえばいいさ。でもそれだと客も入れない。誰も入れないよ、兄弟。客なんてめったに来ないよ、兄弟。まともな客なんてめったに来ない。たまに来ても僕らが殺しちゃうからもう誰も来ないんじゃないかな。なら問題ないか。やっぱり真面目に働いてきてよかったね。何の問題もないよ、兄弟。休憩を取ろう。前から思っていたんだけど、君って合理的だね、兄弟。ありがとう、兄弟。
If they had this conversation while laughing, I could have considered it to be an example of young boys making bad jokes. It's still a bit too bizarre for that, though. But the twin boys exchanged their words very indifferently, casually, without any hints of amusement. It made things feel authentic somehow, and strange as it was, helped me wrap my head around the fact that they were really like this.
何をしようか、兄弟。休憩と言ったら休むものだよね。休憩時間に何をしようと勝手だよ。遊んでもいいんじゃないよ。金のかからない遊びをしようよ。
Like that, the two of them took off somewhere. I was left alone with Blood and Elliot. They didn't seem to be interested in me either. Their conversation about dinner was still going on. While they seemed to have little interest in me, their meal plans weren't any of my concern either.
ずーっと夜だったらいいのに、昼とか夕方が混じるからややこしいんだ。人参のコンポートまでなかなか行きつけねえじゃねえか。
私も昼は眠い。そんなに食べたければ夕食にならなくても食べていいぞ。特別ルールだ。昼ならおやつにすればいいし、夕方なら早めの夕食にしたらいい。夜になっていなくても食事はできる。
He's like, just do it away from me so I don't have to be near the carrots.
マジマジいいのか？怒らない？
お前が人参のコンポートだかなんだかを食べたからといって怒るわけがないだろう。
だってお前の分がなくなっちまうだろ。
いや、あのなエリオット、気持ちは嬉しいんだが、私は人参がそんなに。
She's like, hey, can I go already? It doesn't look like they have to know that they'd have noticed, even if I had left without saying anything. I had asked to excuse myself just in case, but the two of them turned to me immediately. These people are kind of scary, she thinks, ... They have a strange intensity about them. In Elliot's case, he gives a different impression from Peter despite having the same rabbit ears. In Blood's case, he doesn't resemble my acquaintance in any way other than his face. His impression, too, is entirely different. I falter even though they aren't trying to overpower me. I'm much more nervous than the time I was brought before the school headmaster. I haven't trespassed into your mansion. It sounds like an excuse, even though I'm not lying. I'm getting tongue-tied. I wonder where this nervousness is coming from. My instincts were probably warning me against the danger here. These two, blood especially, was somewhat scary.
今は昼だな、ブラッド。
Huh? She wonders. I wonder if his hearing is bad, contrary to those long ears. They were looking at me, but their conversation was moving past my topic again.
そうだな。いまいましい太陽が出ている。私はね。
今からコンポートを食べるってことは、あれだ。3時のお茶会をするってことだ。
客を呼ばなくてはならない。そういうルールだ。
いつ決めたんだっけ、そんなルール。
いつでもいい？その方が面白いと思った時からだ。で、どうかな、お嬢さん。今日は君の誕生日だ。お祝いしてあげよう。
She's like, My birthday is... I can't get a grip of how time flows here, but my birthday isn't today, at least.
人参のバースデーケーキを用意してやるぜ。でっかい人参が山盛りになってるやつ。すっげえんだぜ。中にも外にもふんだんに人参を使ってて。
ああ、あれはすごい。オレンジ色のケーキで。どこもかしこも人参が。
Ew. Blood looks sick. I don't mind carrot cake, she tells them. As expected of a dream, first I'm almost killed, and then I'm invited to a tea party. There's no pattern to the happenings.
嫌いじゃないのは当然だ。大好きになるぜ。
では、ぜひとも寄っていきたまえ。
He's like someone I can force the cake on.
人参尽くしのメニューだ。うまいらしいぞ。
They're supposed to be delicious.
一人頭の取り分が減っちまうけどな。
Well, it's like,
いや、
yay.
それはもう、ぜひ寄って行ってもらうべきだ。このお嬢さんは誕生日なんだぞ。お祝いしてあげれば。
そうだよな。誕生日なら祝ってやらないとな。
It isn't my birthday today, though, she tells them. Even though this is my dream, only troubling things have happened to me so far, and I guess I'm fated that things won't go my way whether it's a dream or reality. It only worries me to receive such an invitation from men I've met for the first time, though. A lady wouldn't agree to their offer. My sister had warned me ever since I reached that age, and even without her warnings, the usual me wouldn't follow them. In Peter's case, I had been dragged away without my consent. But... This is a dream. In that case, I can afford to enjoy a little danger. A man sharing a resemblance with the person I cared for, and another with rabbit ears and a beautiful hair, or set of hair. What are they psychological impressions of, or expressions of? I had made fun of psychology, but maybe I should have looked into it more. I have no idea what they're supposed to represent. Well, since you were kind enough to invite me, let me join you. I have a weakness for delicious sweets. They're as tasty as you claimed, I hope, ? Inviting me just to serve me something unappetizing would make you look uncool, you know. This is a dream. No matter what I do here, it won't impact reality. It will stay within the boundaries of this place. She shocked them, though. That made me feel bold, and I grinned. The two men looked surprised. Acting surprised after inviting me themselves? ? What a bunch of rude guys. Their astonished faces looked unexpectedly young, despite the intensity of their presence. They are likely not too old.
心配ない。紅茶もお菓子も極上だ。まずいと言うなら君の味覚を疑うな。
Now they're all like gung-ho about it, because she was all bold.
甘いものが好きなら存分に食べるといい。私の分のケーキもあげよう。
His expression of surprise vanished, and he began talking to me in a very friendly manner.
私はブラッド・デュプレだ。巷では帽子屋と呼ばれている。
俺、エリオット・マーチ。3月ウサギって呼ばれてるらしいけど、ウサギじゃないぜ。
I'm Alice Little, she tells them. I go with the flow and introduce myself. Hatter and March hair, question mark.
お互いに名前も分かったんだ。早速お祝いしよう。
誕生日祝いだ。好きなだけ食え。
Birthday party, question mark. But today isn't my birthday, she trails off.
人参コンポートと人参の甘煮、人参のケーキに人参茶もあるぜ。
So much carrot, I can't eat that much. Carrot compote, sugar carrot cakes. I don't mind carrot-flavored tea either. But, while he may call them by different names, it's all carrot.
遠慮すんなって。俺の分まで食っても撃ち殺したりしないから。
それより先に私の分を食べてもいいぞ。食べてくれ。
She's like, I said that I can't eat that much.
誕生日なんだ。ダイエットなんて考えるなよ。
She's like, it's not my
君は細い。
birthday.
もっと食べるべきだ。私はふくよかな女性の方が好みだな。
I think I'm within the normal range, she tells herself. Men are characteristically insensitive. It's not that I'm on a diet, she told them. Listen, I told you that today isn't my birthday.
誕生日は祝わないとな。
And Elliot cuts her off. Listen to me, she tells them. Even though they were pretty much ignoring me until a minute ago, now they're giving me a warm welcome. These two seem to have taken a liking to me somehow. Also, warm welcomes are well and good, but I feel like they're ignoring me in a different way now. Before I could notice, I was being held from both sides and slowly dragged along.
買い物。
Blood tapped the gate with his cane. Whoa. The gate opened with a loud creak. Those twin, I think, gatekeepers weren't the ones who opened it. The huge heavy-looking gate automatically opened. My surprise wasn't caused by the automatic door. Self-moving objects appear frequently in dreams. What an amazing garden! She's stunned by the size. I was surprised by the magnificence of the garden. I come from a fairly good pedigree myself. I may not be the daughter of a billionaire, but I'm capable of estimating someone's fortune from their garden. Gardens are the vestibule of a mansion, and they act as an evaluation standard for everything. And that's his tea party area in the garden. This is an exceptionally splendid mansion, possibly much more amazing than even nobilities. She's like, are you nobles? Question mark.
貴族か。私たちが
The two of them displayed opposite reactions. Elliot showed an unpleasant frown, while Blood let out an amused laugh, and one could tell that they're completely different types of people from that one reaction. You're pretty high up in terms of social status, right? Question mark.
貴族に間違えられると私も出世したものだ。嬉しいね。そんなに品格があるように見えるのか。
嬉 嬉しいわけはねえだろ。
He's amused.
そんなに気取って見えんのか？
And he's mad.
あんた、本当に俺らのこと何も知らないんだな。
Normally, being called a noble would be considered a compliment. No one would take it in a bad way. I don't understand why he's angry. Blood is amused, but I could sense hints of mockery in his reaction, though.
どうして私たちを貴族なんて思ったんだ？
I seem to have touched a sore spot, she thinks. You guys don't seem like nobles yourselves, but you have a mansion with such a splendid garden. It's a truly impressive residence, she tells him. I don't know which one of you is the owner, but owning such a place is doubly impressive if you aren't nobles.
貴族なんて恐れ多いことだ。私たちはただのならず者さ、お嬢さん。
It doesn't sound like you respect them at all, she told them. I praised the garden. I didn't mean to pick a fight. I don't think it's impossible to amass such a fortune in one generation, but it's more likely that his ancestors had worked hard to get this far. Blood understands that I was simply admiring the garden, but he's still unexpectedly quick to anger. He may appear aloof from the world, but it might only be the outside that he's showing that.
庭ね。この屋敷は私の自慢だ。広くて面白い家に住むのが昔からの夢だったからな。
Wide and interesting, she thinks, question mark. I understand wide, but how does a home qualify as interesting? It isn't just wide, this place is so wide that ... Maintenance and administrative costs are likely to grow ridiculously huge. Just sustaining it has to be an impressive feat. And now she's going into, like, numbers. I'm curious about just how much it costs, ...
君、双子と同じようなことを言うな。
あんな金にうるさいのがもう一人増えるなんてごめんだぜ。
As a member of the general public, it's normal curiosity for me. After being invited inside, I had to walk, and the garden is wide. There's considerable distance between the gate and the entrance to the gardens. The mansion was located even further off. Befitting the garden, the mansion was also big.
君は裕福な家庭の子だろう。庶民というのは違うんじゃないか？
He's calling her out. Why do you think that way, ? Do I look, as you put it earlier, snobby in your eyes?
育ちというのはにじみ出るものだ。
ああ、あんたは悪くない育ちだな。そういう匂いがする。
She's like, scent. While it was nothing something he could actually smell, Elliot's nose twitched. Thanks, she told him.
褒められている気がしないか？
This time it was my turn to make a difficult expression.
さっきの私もそんな気分だったよ。
Are you trying to get even? She asked him. Being mistaken as a noble isn't something so bad.
君はいい育ちのお嬢様だと言われて、今どんな気分だ？
I'm nothing like that, she told him. This garden is too wide. It's taking some time to even reach the table where the tea party is being arranged. Just my luck having to converse with this man during that interval.
そうだろうとも。私にとっての貴族と同じだ。くだらないくくりに当てはめられたくないんだろ？
She's like, I can't regard the value of statues and pedigree like that. It's ungrateful to deny the status you've been blessed with.
偉いね。お嬢様らしい模範的なお答えだぜ。
Elliot pokes fun at her. I was trying to be serious here, she told them. I glare at Elliot, who is walking in front of me. He turned around to meet my eyes, then went back to his whistling.
いいと思うものは人それぞれだ。
We finally reached the table for the tea party. This table was also a large and impressive one. It was not only big enough to be used for medium-sized parties and beyond at any time, but also fully prepared for our use. The tea set looked expensive, but the colorful design was a bit unsuited to the men with me. Seeing how things are all prepared, were you expecting someone? She asked. That carrot cake does look good though.
用意されているということは、君が来る予定だったんだろう。
Creepy. I'm fed up. All the residents here are weird. There may be no helping it, as they are inhabitants of my dream, but I don't want this to be proof of me being weird.
This table is large, and tea会をやるのに困らない。テーブルは広いし、席はいくらでもある。あとは招きたい客がいないだけだ。
門番が皆殺しにしちまうから客なんてめったにたどり着けない。
She's like, I see. You are also about to do the same thing. I haven't forgotten about almost being killed. What kind of house is this? ? Gatekeepers are supposed to be the face of a mansion receiving the guests.
我が家に来るのは呼んでもいない客ばかりだからね。門番も案内係より撃退する係なんだ。来てくれて嬉しいよ。君は珍しくも撃退されなかった客人だ。君のおかげで誕生日会ができる。
そうそう、誕生日を祝ってやるよ。誕生日おめでと
う。お誕生日おめでとう。
She's like ... Today is not my birthday. I'd said it so many times already, but I needed to neatly correct the issue. My birthday wasn't today, and I don't really understand how time functions in dreams, but it wasn't my birthday when I fell asleep.
いいじゃないか。今が誕生日じゃなくても、そのうちすぐに誕生日になる。
昼になったり、夕方になったり、夜になったり、何度も繰り返せば、そのうち誕生日に変わるさ。
I recalled something from the clock tower. A gun was fired and time changed. If just that could change time at such a dizzying pace, my birthday really could come soon. But it's not today. It's strange to celebrate my birthday when it's not the right day, so just stop.
細かいことにこだわるな。
It's not trivial, and we celebrate birthdays because they only happen once a year.
いいだろう、祝われておけば。一年に一度しか祝っちゃいけないなんて誰が決めたんだよ。なあ、ブラッド。
ああ、祝いたいなら何度祝ってもいいんじゃないか
You can't just do that, she told him. It's strange to celebrate even though it isn't your birthday.
いちいち細かいな。
It's not minor, she says.
頭が固いぜ。
No, I'm not. Even as I said that, my confidence was fading. Talking to these people makes me lose all common sense. If I speak naturally and in the same tone as they do, it would be bad. I'm particularly concerned with where I'm going wrong.
誕生日でないと言うならいいさ。こだわることはない。誕生日以外の日を祝えばいい。それで解決だ。
She's like, huh? Celebrate days besides my birthday? Then every day can be a celebration. I just simply don't understand what's being celebrated.
毎日がお祝いなんて結構な話じゃないか。 何を祝うって？誕生日じゃないことを祝うのさ。年を取らなくていい日だ。おめでとう。
さすがだぜ、ブラッド。そうすりゃ、毎日人参の特大ケーキが食えるよな。
There just happened to be an extra large orange-colored cake sitting in front of Elliot.
お前が人参のケーキを食べるのを誰も止めたりしないぞ。誕生日であろうとなかろうと。
These people really are absurd, she thinks. If you celebrate on days other than your birthday, then you can't really celebrate your birthday at all. In my astonishment, my stubbornness only got worse, but then Blood answered simply.
誕生日は誕生日で祝えばいい。誕生日おめでとう。誕生日でない日なら、何でもない日おめでとうと祝えばいい。これで解決だ。毎日何かを祝える。
She's like, that is so far-fetched. If you really want to celebrate that much, then I have no reason to stop you. But it's absurd.
私は無茶なことが大好きなんだ。退屈しないだろう。
俺も無茶しないより無茶する方が好きだな。退屈は嫌いだぜ。あ、それより人参ジュースが好きだな、俺は。
人参と比べる必要はあるのか。
人参じゃない。人参ジュースが好きなんだ。人参ジュースがあれば退屈しなくて済むぜ。
If you like carrot juice, then that simply means that you must like carrots, right? Question mark. I had many other quips at my disposal, but I decided to go with an easy-to-understand rebuttal.
俺は人参なんて好きじゃないぜ。
As much as you talk about carrot this and carrot that, you really mean to say that you don't like carrots? Question mark.
好きじゃない。人参が好きなんてウサギみたいだろ。
She's like, no reply. Really, there were too many possible retorts to make. Rabbit-like, ... But aren't you completely rabbit-like? Question mark.
どこがだよ。目が悪いんじゃねえの？
Where? Your ears, she tells him, freaking out. Aren't you the one with the bad brain? Twitching your rabbit ears while saying you aren't a rabbit. Someone's in denial. ...
俺は耳が伸びちまっただけだ。
Right, your rabbit ears.
違う。俺はウサギなんかじゃない。でも耳が勝手にニョキニョキ伸びちまったんだよ。
She's like, oh? Question
な
mark.
んだ。疑いの目で見るな。本当だぜ。なあ、ブラッド。
And Blood spaced out.
ああ、そうだな。茶がうまい。
His tea-obsessed self. Blood had clearly not been paying any attention. While Elliot had been distracted, Blood had been diligently dumping all of the orange-colored things on me. And now that he had cleared all the orange-colored things from around him, he seemed to be relaxed and was enjoying some black tea. Then these people... ...
これからどうするんだ？君はこの世界にこれといった知人もいないようだな。まだ他の場所へも行っていないんだろ？
She's like, yeah, you're right. After I left the clock tower, this is the first place I came to.
あんたはついてるぜ。他の場所なんてろくなところじゃない。ここを選んでよかったな。
She's like, I couldn't say it to Elliot's beaming face, but I didn't think that this was a good place either. First of all, I was about to be killed as soon as I set foot here. Just because I was invited to a tea party afterwards, I couldn't suddenly think of this place as something wonderful. The only acquaintance I have right now is Julius, and I only know his name and face, to be honest. Peter is... ... I don't even want to count that guy.
ペーター・ホワイト、ユリウス・モンデーか。
時計野郎と比べりゃ女王の手先の方がまだマシだ。あんなやつ知人の枠内にも入れるなよ。忘れた方がいいぜ。思い出すだけで胸くそ悪くなる。
ま、どちらにせよいい奴らではないな。
Neither are you guys, she thinks after a pause. One had to admit the way he nonchalantly excluded himself from the list. One had a weird hat, and the other has rabbit ears. No matter how I looked at them, they didn't seem normal at all. Of all the people I had met so far, the only completely normal person was Julius.
そうだ、居場所が決まっていないのならここにいろよ。部屋なら余ってる。いいだろう、ブラッド。
身の置きどころがないのならいてもいいぞ。
Blood, who appeared to be the owner of this mansion, agreed to Elliot's abrupt proposal. Eh? You're going to let a stranger live with you? So easily? I'm the one who is surprised. I couldn't believe how easily they agreed to let me stay. From their tone, it seemed like it was fine to stay long term even.
私がそう言ったのだから問題ない。元の世界へ帰れるまで、あるいは飽きるまで、好きなだけいるといい。
But...
ブラッドがいいって言ってくれてるんだ。遠慮すんなよ。
Shyness isn't the problem, she thinks. To be honest, I can't find the drive to argue, and the talk about me staying keeps advancing. Is it okay to be this easygoing? Whatever. This is a dream anyway. Then I'll take you up on your kind offer, she told him, if it's not too much trouble. Even if this is inside a dream, I tried to show the minimum amount of courtesy and politely express my gratitude. But the two of them paid me no heed.
よし、決まり。来いよ、案内してやる。
Blood has no reply.
紅茶がうまい。
The tea is delicious, he told everyone. Elliot hadn't heard my reply and was currently headed towards the mansion, and Blood was already too lost in his tea utopia to pay any attention to me. In a state of semi-resignation, I also stood up from my seat. Seems like a relaxing place, she told him.
だろ？居心地いいんだぜ、ここ。
I look around while following Elliot. Even though it's such a grand mansion, the people living here don't put on airs at all. Although they might be a little extreme in the opposite direction, at least it seems like nobody would say anything, even if I go about doing whatever I please. Considering how the residents themselves are always doing whatever they please, it's very unlikely. At least it doesn't seem like a place that cares about manners and stuff. I glanced towards Elliot.
どうした？
There's some stuck to your face.
何が？
She's like cream. After a pause, there was some orange, basically carrot colored, but I didn't feel like pointing that out right now. Cream stuck to the corner of Elliot's mouth.
お、どこだ？
When I pointed it out, never mind using a handkerchief, Elliot just stuck out his tongue to lick up the cream.
うまいうまい。やっぱり人参クリームは最高だぜ。夕食はまだなのか？早く夜に変わればいい。次に夜になったら人参クリームパスタが食いたい。
He grumbled to himself for a while, then happily beamed at me. Wow, I would have never thought he was such a nice and frank young man, ... Even though Elliot had seemed violent and cold-hearted when we first met, he appeared to be the type of person who completely lets down his guard once he likes someone.
安心しろよ。ちゃんとあんたの分も用意してやるからな。
Thanks, she tells him. Really, ... I'm happy that this is such a relaxing place. I don't hate carrots, but it seems like the price of being able to relax in this place is growing to hate carrots, and I'm certain of it. Perhaps Blood may also be the same. Turning my head, I see him drinking his tea while looking the other way. How much he wanted to keep his eyes away from the orange items was acutely transmitted to me. One is bound to get fed up after carrot-full courses every day. I shivered from imagining the future that awaited me. I could see myself being haunted by orange-colored dreams, which didn't make me too happy. ... And scene changes. Blood's mansion was as huge as I had expected. I found it almost hard to believe that he wasn't an aristocrat. So grand. I wonder how they maintain it. Come to think of it, I didn't get a straight answer when I asked before. They must be involved with some large-scale business to be able to maintain such a grand mansion. While it may be a dream, it is my dream, and I'd be highly unlikely for them to live on thin air.
こんにちは、お嬢様。
こんにちは、お嬢様。
Good day, she thinks. Blood and Elliot had work, so they had asked the employees to guide me to my room. The people who had appeared looked like employees, but they were excessively lethargic.
あなたがお客様ですね。
ご案内します。
They are kind of awfully lethargic. They didn't appear unwelcoming, but still they gave off a weary feeling. They weren't slacking off. We had passed many employees, and they were all working diligently. They weren't slacking, and yet felt lethargic. And also their hats, she thinks. Weird hats, ... If putting on a weird hat is a set condition for living in this mansion, then I should get out of here as soon as possible. The mansion is displaying the character of its owner. How the servants and the residents are dependent on the owner. They are like a mirror reflecting the owner's character. The owner's traits and training methods can be guessed by looking at his employees, and the making of the mansion displays his taste and creativity. By looking at the mansion, I could tell that the fundamental design wasn't bad, but many extremely original, or rather plain bizarre things were noticeable here and there. The place gave off the feeling that the eccentricity of the decor was insinuated on purpose and clearly displayed the sardonic character of its owner.
こちらです。
どうぞ。
All right, she
迷
tells
わ
them.
ないでくださいね。
探すの面倒なんです。
But they were really lethargic, she mentions. It wasn't like we'd been walking for too long, but their extremely listless air was starting to make even me feel sluggish. What on earth? Just why are they acting so sluggish? ... Well, the answer is simple. They're acting sluggish because they feel that way. There's no point in trying to find a meaning behind their lethargy yet. Until today, I had thought of myself as lacking in spirit. For the sake of my sister's peace of mind, I had played the part of a good girl, acting and dressing cute despite my taste being different. I avoided trouble the best I could, and if unavoidable, tried to postpone things as long as possible. I believed myself to be a girl with very little drive for life, but I'm actually an extremely lively girl, overflowing with passion. After seeing Blood and his employees, I've started to view myself as an extremely animated figure. ... Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. As it changed scenes. The room looked pretty decent.
好きに使ってください。
Thank you very much, she tells them. They're nice people, I think. Ever since I came here, all I've seen is people wearing the same outfit. Even their hair was identical, and each one of them was extremely lethargic. I couldn't see their faces clearly, so it was difficult to distinguish between them. Above all, the main reason I don't have the confidence to be able to get along well with them, dot dot dot. Why do all the employees carry guns? Exclamation mark question. They all had one hanging at the waist. Those are the pistols I've seen everywhere since I came here, to the point of making me sick of them. And scene changes again. The time period had changed many times since then. In the meantime, somehow, I'd become accustomed to life at the Hatter Mansion. I'd been staying in the guest room ever since. A huge mansion with countless rooms. It sounded like something out of a fairy tale. Even so, I think I can manage to get accustomed to this place. At first, I thought this world was completely unreasonable. I still think so, but it really isn't that strange once you get used to it. People's lives are unexpectedly normal here, and unexpectedly. They can't fly or use magic. At the very least, I couldn't see any fairies appearing. I'm relieved, she thinks. However, the time changes here are definitely confusing. First it's day, then night, next it's day again, and then night falls before evening. Time just changes randomly without any specific sequence. Even the speed at which it changes is inconsistent. My perception of time was gradually going crazy. All I knew was that quite a lot of time had passed since I arrived at the mansion. And I'd become acquainted with many of the employees, too. Even though they all looked similar, each one of them was a distinct individual. Once you get to know them better, you can see their face more clearly. Features become visible in the faces that previously appeared to have none. The more I got to know them as individuals, the more I got attached to them, and the more I grew to like them. The more I grew to like the place where they live. I was starting to like this place in my dream, this Hatter Mansion. Scene changes. She's like blood.
お嬢さんか。最近会った気もするし、しばらく会っていなかった気もするな。
You didn't forget about letting me stay here, did you? Question mark. I find it hard to keep my cool around this peculiar man. When I glared at him, Blood gave his walking stick a casual spin.
忘れちゃいないさ。招待していない者がこの屋敷を自由に歩けるわけがない。
He's like
そう
he'd
で
be
なけれ
dead.
ば入る前に門番に殺されている。
Yeah.
2本の足で歩けているということは、君はお客さんだ。
He says dangerous things in a light tone, and I can't tell if he's joking or not. He probably isn't. I can't relax, even if this is inside a dream.
最近は仕事が立て込んでいて、構ってやる暇がなかった。すまなかったな。
He apologizes in a manner that doesn't make him sound sorry at all. One cannot expect sincerity from this man. Even though he's like this, he is my landlord. I retain proper manners and praise the residents. It's fine, I'm not a child. I get along well with the employees, and this mansion is a nice place.
そうか、よかった。粗相がなかったようで安心したよ。
Blood hasn't changed since our last meeting and was just as languid. I wonder if he works hard enough to maintain such a grand mansion while being like this. Blood, what do you do as a job? ? Is it okay for you to be home at this time? It's midday right now. Be that as it may in this world, evenings are followed by afternoons, afternoons are followed by nights, and then in many successive nights. The concept of time itself is completely incoherent.
平気だと思う。昼は眠い。仕事の時間じゃない。
Come to think of it, he said something similar on our first meeting. Or at our first meeting. What do you do as a job? ?
私の仕事か。マフィアだよ。
He just straight says it. She's like, huh?
マフィアのボス。
She's like, you're joking, right? ?
さあ、どう思う？
Blood smiles sweetly. There is no kindness in that smile.
少なくとも私は貴族じゃないよ、お嬢さん。
She's like, now that I think about it, he had a kind of disreputable air about him. It was even clearer when I compared it to my memory. Among my classmates, there was a kid whose father was in the mafia, but compared to how much he bragged, he was pretty low ranked in his organization. He was quite feared, even so, and I can't begin to imagine how scary a mafia boss would be. She's like, rather I'd just fine not knowing. That's definitely the sort of person I don't want to get close to in the future either. She's like, Blood is a mafia boss, ... I'd feel pretty foolish if this was a joke, but it didn't feel out of place, even taking their young ages into account. There was something about them that managed to convince me. Something scary and wicked.
で、この屋敷の住み心地はどうだ？行き届いていない点はないか？
She's like, I don't know what prompted it, but Blood suddenly started acting like a respectable lord of the mansion. I'm very comfortable here, she told him. You have a wonderful mansion. I'm spending my life here without any discomfort. Thank you ever so much, Blood Dupree. Please accept my heartfelt gratitude for your kindness. I changed my tone to something a bit formal while thanking him.
よしてくれ。敬語なんか使うな。
She's like, as someone who's receiving a favor from you, I can't act too conceited. While it may be a dream, the fact stands that I'm not the owner of this mansion. I may take some liberties because this is a dream, but I won't act explicitly disrespectful. Blood being mafia has nothing to do with it. This is just basic etiquette as a guest. Or etiquette as a guest. This isn't because you're mafia, okay? ? You are the lord of this mansion, Blood. It's a given that I'd pay you due respect for letting me stay here.
そうとも。ここは私の屋敷、私の領土だ。ここでは私のルールに従ってもらう。敬語なんか使うな。
She's like, considering his hatred for nobles, it makes sense that he doesn't like to stand on ceremony. You won't have to push me to concede. If you say that's your rule, then I'll follow it. I won't use formal language.
それでいい。
Blood nodded, looking satisfied.
私は自分より下の者を招いたりしない。君が敬語など使うようなら客になれないぞ。
Which is actually kind of sweet of him to say. I kind of feel like I'm staying over at a friend's house. Is this okay? She asked him, ?
友人に接するように接してくれ。
But we aren't that close yet, she told him.
だが、 君はそんなに親しくない男の家に滞在している。
That makes me sound like a really easy girl, huh?
悪いんじゃないさ。滞在しているんだから、今はそんなに親しくない間柄でも親しくなる可能性がある。同じ家にいる限りは何度も会うだろう。何度も会うなら会話もするし、いずれ親しくもなる。いずれ親しくなるのなら、今から親しくしたっていいだろう。
She has no reply.
私は何か間違ったことを言っているか。
She's like, it's not wrong, but you're really pushing the limits of logic for your theory. Rather than a theory, it's more like sophistry. We might become closer, that's true, but there's also the possibility that we won't. I might wake up from the dream before that. But I don't dislike such crazy logic, she told him. I don't like you right now, though. When I say so with a grin, Blood also returned a grin of his own. While looking exceedingly lethargic, however.
私も君のそういうところが嫌いじゃないよ。親しくなれる可能性なんてそれで十分じゃないか。
She's like, I guess so. When you say it that way, I feel like that will happen pretty soon. We may be able to become friends, I think. I wonder if I was always so easygoing. I didn't get a favorable impression of this man the first time we met. Even now, the impression has not changed. But, strange as it sounds, my feelings become lighter when I'm here, and maybe that was the reason, but I did honestly feel that we could become friends. While Blood claims that there is nothing bad about it, what I'm doing is frowned upon by society in general. A well-born girl shouldn't get too close with a man she hasn't known for long. But everything is allowed here because this is a dream. This person's face is another reason. It fuels my wariness, yet relieves me greatly at the same time. I feel like clicking my tongue.
おいで、案内してあげよう。
He had the same face as that person, and even his voice sounded similar. Okay, she told him. Incidentally, my sister isn't here, so there shouldn't be any chance of this person falling in love with her. But, while that may be true, it doesn't really matter to me.
どうした？来ないのか？
She's like, I'm coming. ... I take Blood's outstretched hand. I trembled slightly the moment our hands touched. I couldn't tell if it was from fear or something else. The only thing that was certain was that I was conscious of him. I feel sick, she thinks. This person is different from the man I knew. The only overlapping feature between them is their face. They are completely different when it comes to what's inside. It's idiotic to be confused by just his face. Even though I think that, I can't help but wonder. I wonder if this person has a lover. If he does, I hope it's not someone resembling my sister. If possible, I prefer he not have one. I don't want any romantic happenings around me. Like he said, I prefer to be friends with him. If possible, maybe this is a wish from the depth of my psyche to get over my past. I'm still being dragged down by my baggage, and maybe this dream is meant to help me with that. Becoming normal friends with a person who strongly resembles my ex-boyfriend, being able to directly look into that face without my heart aching. In order for that to happen, I don't want him to have a girlfriend. I want everything related to romance to stay away from my vicinity. That's extremely self-centered of me, I know. If this person had any features other than his face that reminded me of my ex, the chances of us becoming closer would surely dwindle. Because that would reinforce my desire to keep distance between us instead. And the scene changes. A lot of time passed. I grew accustomed to the confusing time changes to the point where I became able to live at my own pace. I had become friends with the people of this mansion, Blood and Elliot in particular. I had even grown completely accustomed to all of the strange occurrences.
この屋敷での生活には慣れたか?
Blood brought up the topic like he wanted to confirm my thoughts on the matter. It's a strange place, but I've gotten used to it. Life here is not bad. But if I had to admit it, it felt like I was admitting defeat. This is a dream, so I might just be trying to escape from reality. But it's not a bad dream, and I had to admit that.
そうか、よかった。
He gave me a lazy smile. It's hard to figure out if he's pleased or just can't be bothered to care. A shame. He would have been a cool guy if he was a little more straight-laced. Wait, no. This is basically a problem with my taste. If he were like that, he'd be the same as my ex-boyfriend. Blood is just fine the way he is, languid and all. It's good that he's different.
早く馴染みきるといいな。これからもずっと滞在することになるんだ。慣れるなら早い方がいい。
That's honest. Always, she wonders, question mark. I'll wake up from this dream soon, you know. This is a dream, but I did feel indebted to him for letting me stay here. I guess so. Since you're allowing me to stay, I want to spend my time here, having fun. Thank you, she told him after a pause.
私もよそ者に滞在してもらえるのは嬉しい。
In response to my friendly words, Blood also answered pleasantly. I don't like the sound of the word. But are outsiders really such a good thing?
珍しくて面白いからな。
She has no reply. And the scene changes. She's like, I've gotten used to this world, to this place, to the unique situation of living in a mafia residence. After answering Blood's query, the recognition of that fact had grown stronger inside me. Part of it was strange, but part of it wasn't. There were many things that didn't align with my common sense, but there were also some things that did. I'm scared to get used to this. But one thing more convenient than scary was that I didn't need to change my clothes in this world. Even if they got dirty or disheveled, they go back to normal as if time had been turned back. Even if I sweat, I'd be clean even before I stepped into a bath. I just go in because I like it. While it felt like time wasn't moving forward, it appears that time did pass. There are still many things I don't know and don't understand, but it'd be scary to know any more details. This is a dream, and I can't let myself be pulled in too deep. Here, time has gone crazy, ... It is moving forward, but the flow isn't correct. That's all I need to know. It doesn't make sense to pursue the topic further. This is just temporary. It's a dream, and it'd be a mistake to learn too much about it. This is just a figment of my imagination. I rummaged through my clothes and took out the crystal clear glass bottle. Even when I think I've lost it, it's always nearby. I can never forget it. Peter White. She's blaming him. That stupid rabbit forced me to drink something. There was nothing in it now. It was just an empty bottle. It was beautifully made, but it wasn't something I found particularly attractive. Why do I feel like this is necessary? I've never had the habit of collecting bottles before, but for some reason I can't let go of it. Is this useful in life here? This is a dream, but if it's useful, it wouldn't hurt to look after it. I find it strange that I'm thinking about living here. Thinking about it for a while made me worry about it less. A mysterious smile, a mysterious world. And me, who had adapted to it all without finding it too odd. This is weird, she thinks, ... I knew it was weird from the beginning. This world is a dream. My head is light, and my body feels really light too. There are times when I feel like this is reality, but this floaty sensation is only something that can be felt in a dream. This is a dream, a long and vivid dream. I was surprised that I was so imaginative, and at the same time I couldn't accept that this was a dream. I spent quite some time in this world, and everyone I meet seems to like me. It was comfortable to know that others liked me, but that was exactly what convinced me that this was a dream. In reality, it would be impossible. I'm not the sort of person who'd be liked by everyone. The people who like me, or the people who are like that, are my gentle older sister and my cute younger sister, not me. I may do a decent job of pretending to be sweet, but I'm still wicked inside. Even with my frilly clothes, sharp people can see through my facade. And of course, I didn't want to deceive anyone either. I can't be as naturally kind as my older sister, nor am I as endearing as my younger sister. After coming to this world, I haven't become a different person. I'm still me, a person with a twisted personality, who can only think cynically, a pessimistic poser with an attitude, a petty person who tries to act tough. Thinking about this is depressing. Even if this is a dream, I can't accept this. Or maybe it's because this is a dream. If dreams are supposed to reflect your true feelings, then I don't want to admit that this is a dream. I'm ... not the sort of person who's well liked by many. I wouldn't wish for something like that. Besides, who I wish to be loved by ... isn't a lot of faceless people, but a very specific person. But that didn't come true. There's no one who can replace that person, and I wouldn't want someone to replace him either. And the scene changes. To our dream with nightmare. That night I had my first dream. Of course, by first, I don't mean my first dream since I was born. It's the first dream I've had since coming to this world. A strange phenomenon, like having a dream inside a dream, is pretty rare, isn't it? ? That was what I was thinking, but for some reason I gave voice to my thoughts. Huh? ?
私に隠し事はできないよ。隠そうとしても無駄なことだ。
She's like, eh? I thought I was alone, but a man appeared. I did feel that it was rather sudden, but he was acting like he belonged here as much as the air around me. That person fit in with the dream to an excessive degree, to the point of making me feel like the alien factor even though I was here first.
私はナイトメアだ。悪夢を体現させる馬。名前はない。どういう風にでも好きなように呼ぶといいよ。
When I wondered who he was, he answered my question even before I could ask. If he introduced himself like that, I couldn't call him anything else but Nightmare. There's no way I could call him something like Tom or John. A dream demon, ... Since this is such a strange dream, I guess it's not weird for something like that to appear. Again, I said exactly what I was thinking. It seems I'm unable to keep myself to just thinking when he's here. It's a dream, so it's possible.
これが夢だと思っている。
He latches onto that. She's like, it is a dream.
そうだね。これは夢だ。
You don't need to state the obvious, she told him. This is ridiculous.
そうバカバカしくもないさ。これは夢だが、夢から覚めたら夢でなくなるんだ。
She's like, is every single person in this world crazy? ? What you're saying doesn't make any sense. Also, I wish you'd stop reading my mind. When I wake up from a dream, it's obvious that I'll go back to reality.
その通り。今は夢だけど、目が覚めたらそれは現実。君は分かっているのに、分かろうとしていない。
I do understand. I know that this strange world isn't real.
君って頭はいいのにバカなんだね。
Annoying. This man is just messing with me, she thinks.
頭がいいからこそ分からないのかな。私は君が好きだからからかったりしないよ。君のことが好きだから裏切ったりもしない。
That was a wonderful thing to say, but it gave me chills.
ここではみんな君を好きになる。
What a convenient dream, she thinks. Is that my desire? That realization made me shiver again. Deep in my heart, do I want everyone to like me? ?
誰だって嫌われるよりは好かれたいと願うさ。どうしてそれが悪いことのように思うんだい？
She's like, everything was coming out. Even before I said anything, this man heard everything I was thinking.
悪いね。それがナイトメアだからどうしようもない。人にとって何よりの悪夢は自分だってことさ。君も内側に踏み込まれるのを何より嫌っている。
She's like, I'm a snobby and worthless human being, so I can't stand having my thoughts read.
自分がくだらない人間なんてどうして思えるんだ？君は好かれている。これからもっと好かれることになる。君と知り合えば誰もが君を好きになり、君を愛するようになる。
A world where everyone loves me. It's disgusting, she tells him. I was disgusted with myself. I was ashamed to have such a desire. I'm not a child. I was old enough to know that likelihood of receiving malice is higher than that of goodwill. That the likelihood of receiving malice is higher than goodwill.
望むんだよ。君はもう孤独を知っている。満たされている者には知り得ない闇の色を見ただろう。
She's like, I'm having this dream because I'm lonely? ? I didn't mean to be that weak. I have my pride. I never thought that I was so weak. If this is a dream, then this man is a part of me, and I was basically talking to myself. I wanted to be strong. I don't think I can win against just everyone. Still, I believe to have strength to not run away. At least. What happened to me? Having such a vivid dream where my wish is to be loved by everyone?
そうじゃない。そうじゃないよ。
Nightmare seemed to have heard everything and denied it right away.
君は誰からも愛されたいわけじゃない。 誰かに愛されたいんだ。しかも誰でもいいというわけじゃない。自分が愛する人に愛されたいんだ。
What a selfish thought, she tells him. If that's the condition I set, then I can't help but think that I'm a terribly selfish person. The truth is, I am a selfish person. I put myself first and with little consideration for others, only lived by my caution and common sense. I was that kind of
普通
person.
のことだよ。誰もが自分の考えを優先する。そして理解者を求めているんだ。
She's like, is that so? Even if it is true, it's not something to hope for in a dream.
誰からも愛されたいという人もいるけど、君はそんなに欲張りじゃない。謙虚ではないけど強欲でもない。私の知る人間の中ではつつましい方さ。何も恥じることはない。
I'm not ashamed, I'm just disgusted with myself, she told him. I'm supposed to be a realist, and yet I'm having such a fairy tale-like dream. Like a child hungry for love, ... How disappointing. I thought I had become an adult. I was terribly conceited to have a dream like this. I am really still a child. Searching for something I can't have in my dreams. I'm a foolish child.
子供じゃないと認めたから、この世界に入れてあげたんだよ。完全な大人でもないが、子供とも違う。不完全だから入れた。この世界は、君が勝手に作り出したわけじゃない。私がつなげてあげただけで、最初からある世界だよ。
She's like, that's true. It existed from the start, this world of delusions. This was a world created by my desires. It wasn't that everything was convenient. But even that was just like me. A country of dreams, a country of hearts to be exact. A country of delusions, dyed in red.
夢というなら、夢の世界で間違いないよ。君は望まれている世界だ。君は自分が望まれることを望んでいた。だから、私は君が一番望まれる世界とつないであげた。わかりやすいだろう。
She's like, not at all. What you say is imprecise, like Peter said. In terms of explaining, he had been much clearer.
ペーターね。彼は君を一番望んでいる。だから、彼が迎えに行けたのさ。
That person is strange, and I don't want him to want me. When I said that sharply, Nightmare chuckled.
ペーター、あいつもかわいそうに。そんなに嫌ってやるものじゃない。人を好きになったことがないから、うまいやり方なんて知らないんだよ。
His personality is a failure, she told him, and he doesn't seem capable of love.
疲れはするさ。好いたことがないだけで。
He is handsome, she admits.
力もあるよ。でも、君はそこには惹かれなかった。
She contradicts him. That's not true, she told him. I like men with power. Like prestige and physical strength, being friends with someone with power is pretty helpful.
それは打算だろ。
She's like, you know what I'm talking about. And saying so, Nightmare continued.
打算と行為は別のものだ。打算的な行為はあり得るとしてもね。
She's like, sorry, but I'm the calculating type, and that's why I don't want you to read my mind. There are many parts of me I don't want others to see. I'm not a pure human being. That's why I'm not liked, in a world where I can show the worst parts of myself and still be liked doesn't exist.
この世界にはあり得るよ。君は自分が汚い人間だと思っているようだけど、もっと汚い奴なんていくらでもいる。
Do I look like a saint to you? She asked him. If he can see my heart, then he should know I'm not a pure one at all. I'm not a person who should be liked.
綺麗じゃないね。真っ白とは程遠い。
Nightmare looked at me intently. It felt kind of awkward. It's good that you understand. I've had enough of pretending to be a completely pure girl in frilly clothes in the real world already. I have to push myself even in the real world. I don't think I can do that even inside my dreams.
君は自分が好きじゃないみたいだ。真っ白ではないけど、真っ黒でもないのに。誰もが真っ白な人間を好きになるわけじゃない。君の灰色にくすんだ部分を愛しく思うような人間もいる。
Such a person, she thinks, ... His statement bothered me. If he does exist, that person would be even more impure than I am, and a decent person would never choose someone like me. I also have the right to choose. Even if a person appeared and said that they liked me, I wouldn't be able to like such an outrageous person. It's difficult to be liked by someone you love. For someone like me, ...
私なんかというような言い方、よした方がいい。自分を水準より下の人間だと思っている。
She's like, I'm not caught up in a maze of complexes, and neither am I a poor girl whose heart has been broken. I don't think of myself as an extremely wretched person. I do have some positive characteristics, and I know that there are people on a lower level than I am. My family was wealthy, I was educated, and my home environment was the best. I have a gentle older sister and a cute younger sister. My father was busy with work, but he's much better than the abusive father many have.
不幸せでないことが幸せとは限らないよ。
She's like, Nightmare looked intently into my eyes. His perceptive gaze was unpleasant.
自分が嫌いなんだね。だけど、この世界ではそんな君を好きになる人が現れる。
I told you to stop reading my mind. According to what you're saying, such people will just randomly appear in swarms, and because it's such a convenient dream. What am I supposed to do if I have a line of suitors? ? What do I do? It's obvious, she told herself. I'll turn them away. I imagine my suitors forming a line of people who'd love me alone and won't be able to live without me, just like how I wanted. If it comes to that, I'd want to tear out my hair. If something so delusional appeared before my eyes, it would mean I've gone crazy.
安心してよ。この世界の人間が皆、君を見た瞬間から好きになるわけじゃない。誰からも好かれるなんて、君の思う通りありえないことだ。この世界でも、全員が君を愛したりはしない。最初は、君を嫌う者だっているかもしれない。全く意思の疎通が図れないほど、気の合わない人間も中にはいるはずさ。通り過ぎていくだけの人間も同じくらいにいるだろう。
The words that followed didn't make me feel relieved at all.
だけど、ほとんどの人間は知り合えば知り合うほどに君を好きになっていく。話して触れ合って、何もしなくてもそばにいるだけで好意が深まる。どんどんと好きになっていくんだ。なぜなら、彼らも君を望んでいたから。
She's like, am I on drugs or something? You too, you seem like you've been on some dangerous drugs. You've gone mad. He looks pale. I was making fun of him, but his complexion really was quite pale. His skin wasn't that bad, but his lips were as colorless as a corpse's. He looked like he needed normal medicine more than the dangerous drugs I was talking about. My sarcasm flew over his head.
嫌われようとしても無駄さ。知り合うほどに君を好きになる。君を好きになるんだ。他の誰でもなく、君をね。
The man called Nightmare
お
whispered.
姉さんでも妹でもない。君だけを好きになる。
His words were pouring out like sugared water. They were sickly sweet. You're a devil, she told him, reading my mind and touching the parts of my heart that I didn't want anyone to touch. Talk to them, get close to them, even if I don't do anything, as long as I'm with them, their affection will deepen, ? I don't want to get close to them.
私はナイトメアだよ。悪魔じゃない。悪魔なんかよりよほど怖いものさ。言っただろ？何にも勝る悪夢は自分なんだ。悪魔は人を地獄に落とすけど、無魔は人を夢に落とす。
She's like, you can wake from dreams. They're not as scary as hell. And that was what the sleep-inducing Sunday service repeatedly told me, that there is nothing scarier than hell. And although I'm not an ardent believer, I do go to church, or maybe it'd be more correct to say that I'm made to attend.
君は賢いけど見落としている。地獄は果てしない。夢は果てがある。だから恐ろしいんだよ、夢は。自分というものには果てがある。そのうち君にもわかるだろう。
She's like, Nightmare pointed at the pitch black world in front of
夢の
us.
先には何があると思う？君のよく知るものさ。
She's like, after a dream, ... What a stupid question. Of course I know the answer. She's like, I'm enjoying this world because I know it. After a dream, there is nothing. It just ends. And once you wake up, there will be nothing left. No matter how much I'm liked by all inside a dream, it'll end once I wake up, and I wouldn't be able to take anything back home with me.
よくできました。夢の先には何もない。夢から覚めたら現実だ。
She's like, Nightmare snapped his fingers, and then the dream ends. Next, we should add the opening events, and then we're done with the Hatter Mafia Prologue for the first game. And we can start routes. My eyes flickered open. As soon as I woke up, the dream I'd seen so clearly started to fade away. It was just like a real dream, but I'm still dreaming now, and this isn't my room. I was still in the mysterious world the rabbit man called Peter White had dragged me into. I was still having this strange dream. In other words, I had just had another dream within the strange dream. It's no use, ... I don't think I'll wake up from this dream very soon. My head felt all muddled. Even in my confusion, that was what I knew for sure.
夢だよ。
And he's placing a compulsion on her. She's like a dream, and repeats it.
夢だ。
Yes, this is a dream. This voice belonged to the one who called himself Nightmare. A voice from a dream within a dream. Confusing, ... Anyway, this is a dream. Even if this is a dream, or a dream within a dream, the fact that it is a dream hasn't changed, and a dream within a dream is still a dream. Hit at nighttime. And then day. While I was getting ready, a maid and a servant came in.
失礼します。
失礼します。
Come in, she told them. Morning, evening, or night, the employees here are always so lethargic. And they always carry guns, ... Is this their standard equipment?
お部屋を掃除させていただいても構いませんか？
I can do it myself. I'm quite good at cleaning, she told them.
そういうわけにはいきませんよ。
そうですよ。
She's like, I'm losing my energy, ... Their lethargy was infectious. I still haven't managed to wake up completely and feel a bit tired. All right, I'll leave the cleaning to you.
今起床されたんですか？眠そうなお顔ですわよ。
Yeah, that's right. I can't fall asleep except at night, she trails off. You guys are really amazing. You're able to sleep at any time period. In this world, the time period changes all the time, and the employees here work regardless of whether it's day or night.
慣れですよ。 俺たちは慣れているだけです。
お嬢様もこの世界になれれば、時間帯など気にならなくなりますわ。
慣れちゃえば時間なんて関係なくなりますよ。
Well, that is also kind of ... but I feel bad for falling asleep when all of you are still working.
あら、気にしないでください。私たちも好きな時間に睡眠をとっていますから。
俺たちは交代して眠っているんです。活動時間にズレがあるだけでお互い様ですよ。それに俺たちは役なしのカードなんで気を使っていただかなくても。
The employees here often said such things. At first I thought they were being humble, but that didn't seem to be the case. I'm a freeloader, so it's natural that I'd care, she told him.
そんな、お嬢様はお客様です。気を使ったりしないでください。
そうですよ。気を使われたりしたらかえって困ります。
From their attitudes so far, I knew that they didn't have anything against me. They are employees and I'm a guest, but I could get an idea of whether they liked me or not, at least. It's hard to call them proficient employees when their feelings are transparent enough to have the guests see through to them. But I don't think that's a bad thing for them to actually like me. I took advantage of their kindness and their goodwill. As a freeloader, I didn't have anything to do, so I have been spending my time helping them with their work. I did that to kill time and for the self-satisfaction of not being a freeloader. It doesn't do anything useful, but I know this indulgence of mine wasn't a good thing. I don't think I got in their way, and I believe that I managed to help out to some extent, but in the end, it is their work. And I can't take someone's work away from them. I'd learned that from my housekeeper at home. I'm sorry for always getting in the way of your work, she told them.
とんでもないです。
そうですそうです。とても助かりましたよ。でも助かりましたけど申し訳なくて。
She's like, that was the answer that I expected. Nonetheless, the employee's answers reassured me, and even if I'm not getting in their way, I should still try to be careful. To them, I am a guest after all, and even if I'm helping them with their work, I'm sure that dealing with me must give them a lot of trouble. Even this room is a guest room. If the guests cleaned it, then they wouldn't have a job. And I could try to do things in moderation, but if I did that, I wouldn't have anything left to do. Having said that, I don't want to spend my days doing nothing. Maybe it would be good to find someone in the premises to kill time with. One who wasn't a card with no role, as they kept saying. Today I'll play the part of a good guest and let you guys clean here, so maybe I'll go out in the world for the meanwhile.
お出かけ？
いいかもしれませんわね。屋敷にこもりきりで退屈されていらっしゃるでしょうし。
でもお嬢様はまだ外をあまりよくご存知でない。
ああ、でもそうすると危険かも。
It'll be fine, okay? I mean, I'm not that sheltered, she told him. After being called my lady so many times, their reaction is making me feel like a sheltered lady. Of course, it was just a feeling. I wasn't that sort of woman who could be considered a lady.
お出かけならボスに相談してみてからにしてください。
She's like, blood? He was likely to consider it a hassle and not pay attention. He was the most lethargic person in the mansion.
それがいいですわ。お出かけになるのなら、この国について詳しく知ってからの方が安心ですもの。
She's like, you do have a point,
そう
but...
そうご相談なさるべきですよ。何も知らずに外へ出るのは危険です。
They pushed my back, and they must think of it as a good idea. It'll be fine if we leave it to our boss, that sort of feeling. Blood is loved by his people, isn't he? Considering his charisma and strong influence, I guess he's quite suited to be a leader. But I'm worried about his lethargy infecting me. ...
出かける？そうか。止める理由はないが、気をつけて行ってきなさい。
We already heard about it at the amusement park, so we'll skip that. I'm likely going to do Boris first and then circle back to do the twins, because those are the two that I wanted the most right now, and then we'll do Elliot after that.
説明は以上だ。どこへ行こうと帰ってくる場所はここだからな。そうだ。これをあげておこう。
Yay! We received the hourglass, current total 6. Let's go visit some territories, you guys, and then we'll have this one ready to pick up where we leave off to start some routes next week. Maybe. I might do them simultaneously or switch off once we finish. Because I can do them in long play sessions. Let's see here. Let's go visit Julius first. Despite that, I hadn't seen him in a while. Julius was as blunt as when we first met, of course. In the past few days, well, with the time changing randomly, I don't know how many days have really passed, he hadn't lost that rudeness. No matter what was to happen, he wouldn't change. Because I felt like it, she told him. My answer of why I came was phrased as a question. I knew I wasn't really welcome here. Despite this lack of welcome, I still came by. She's like, being around you is relaxing. She's like, ha ha ha. Odd as it may have been, his contrary attitude was calming. I rather like you, Julius, she told him straightforwardly. He stared at me suspiciously. I don't mean that in a weird way. Your eyes said it for you, she told him. He returned my accurate words with a glare. She's like, you're so cold. It's that cold aspect of him that doesn't care whether people like him or not that I like about him. Somehow, I see myself in him. She's like, that's true, but, ... everything else aside, this person whom I visit most in this world is Julius, and even I don't know what I'm thinking. I would rather not be liked by everyone, she told him directly. He has no reply. She's like, okay, after a pause. We might do Julius too. Might do a poll. Not sure how many I can hit in 1 week or 2. Alright, next territory, you guys. The amusement park. Mary Gallen, she says. I recognize his face from the photo I was shown. His expression changes into an irritated scowl. She's like, I'm sorry. That reminds me, I think I was told that he doesn't like people using his name. I just thought it was funny, she told him. She's like, well, it isn't my problem. Fortunately for me, I have a normal name when I say that, though, Gallant, which is what I'll call him. Hangs his head dejectedly. I get that a lot, she told him. Alice Little. She's like, common names are best.
それを俺に言うか。マジで嫌な女。
She's like, thanks, and winks.
褒めてね。
Mary Gallant, he's supposedly the boss of one of the 3 battling factions, but he's not all that scary, she thinks. Hey, you're powerful enough to go up against the Mafia in the castle, right?
なあ、そうだが。なんだ、その疑っていそうな目は。
She's like, you just don't seem that imposing. My real opinion just comes tumbling out of my mouth.
ひでえ。
I've been too brutally honest. I've been letting my bad side show for a while now. Even in a dream, it's unusual to be this direct with somebody you've just met. He made a disapproving face, but even then, I wasn't afraid. This is bad, she thinks. Now I'm in for it. Just because a person doesn't seem scary doesn't mean he isn't. It may be true that he is one of the leaders, and there's no doubt that makes him a tricky person to deal with. He probably makes himself look silly on purpose. In the sense that he likes you let your guard down. He really is a scary person. I just mean that you seem friendly. This amusement park is wonderful, she told him, and you're the owner, aren't you? ? If you're the owner, you must be a friendly person, right? That's a good thing. I said something completely different from what I was thinking. I'm not somebody who speaks my mind, honestly. This is back to being my normal self.
あんたもよそ者にしちゃ親しみがいがある。
She's like, you know I'm from another world? ?
俺も一応ここの有力者だからな。よそ者じゃ知らないだろうが、それなりの能力がある。よそ者ってことは、あんたは敵じゃない。味方でもないが。仲良くしようぜ。噂によると、よそ者っていうのは仲良くなりやすいものらしいからな。
He seems to be the sociable type. I know from experience living near a city that this is the type of person that you have to be most cautious about getting close to. I like friendly people. Nice to meet you, Gallant. The smile I reply with is also the kind that makes people let their guard down. And we leave to another residence. Aww. They always do that. Guyana!
久しぶりです。
Peter comes hopping up to me like a rabbit. She thinks. I resist the urge to struggle away. That's right, I came to see you. I just had some time to kill,
僕
she
に会い
told
に来
him.
たんですね。そうだと思いました。寂しくなったんでしょ。僕もですよ。
He's so creepy. She's like, He squeezes me into an even tighter hug. He completely ignores the part about being here just because I was killing time. As always, those big ears only seem to be able to hear what's
あ
convenient
なた
for
がこの
him.
世界に留まってくれるのなら、それだけでもいいんですが。やっぱり、愛する人とは一緒に過ごしたいですよね。僕は幸せです。
She's like, I wonder what possessed me to come meet him like this, ? I heard he's the Prime Minister of Hart Castle, but he doesn't really look it. Just because I know that now, it's not like I suddenly see this person called Peter White any differently. And you really haven't
僕は
changed.
変わらずあなたを愛していますよ。
I'm saying you haven't changed in being this. And then she blips herself out.
真面目で一途なウサギになんてこと言うんですか。ひどいな。
Diligent and earnest, ? While being embraced, I see his face from up close. Having rabbit ears is suspicious enough. Seriously, a man with rabbit ears? ? But Peter doesn't look like an honest person anyway. He's stunning, but I feel like his glasses bring out how conniving he looks.
鼻で笑いましたね。一途にあなたを持っているのにひどい。
She's like, this is getting on my nerves. Why did I even bother coming to see you?
それは僕を思うがゆえに足が勝手に
She's like, what a girly thing to say.
バカにされている気がします。
Yes, Peter, we are. I'm obviously making fun of you, she told him. And also pitying you a little.
なんだかそっちの方が痛いので、前者でお願いします。
She's like, so even you can't stand being pitied, huh? He's so gorgeous, it hurts. Maybe you could be my type if you behaved properly.
普段はキリッとしていますよ。そういう姿を見せたら、あなたも僕を好きになってくれます。
She's like, maybe you seem like you'd be popular with girls because you have a nice face.
顔はって僕はあなたに好かれたいんです。他の誰かじゃなくて、あなたはどうなんです？常にキリッとしていたら、僕のことを好きになってくれますか？
She's like, because Peter is staring at me so seriously, my comeback gets stuck in my throat. She's like, you'd also need to not have rabbit ears and stop saying things about loving me. I was speechless for a second, but of course, something sarcastic comes out of my mouth in the end. She's like, I'm not lying, even if he behaved properly, even if he didn't have rabbit ears, whether it was Peter or not, as long as he didn't say he loved me, I could come to like him, so long as it didn't have to develop into something romantic. Anyway, I'm telling you it's hopeless. You do behave badly, and you do have rabbit ears, and you are always saying you love me. Can't you see how hopeless it is?
あなたのためなら変われるのに。
She's like, come on, ... Somehow, now that the conversation sounds like a joke again, I feel better. He has a screw loose in his head, but that's easier for me to deal with. If he tells me he loves me with a straight face, that's what worries me.
僕じゃダメなんですよね。勝ちたいゲームほどうまくいかないってこと、ちゃんとわきまえていますよ。
She's like, whatever, let me go. I can't breathe. And takes off. I'm with you, girl. Ditch him. And then the last one would be Vivaldi. We couldn't meet. Maybe the time period wasn't suitable. So you got an hourglass. On the way back, I found 4 hourglasses. I wonder why hourglasses are being dropped on the path. What a convenient world. It's a dream, so maybe those kinds of things happen. The number of hourglasses remaining is 10. Oh. We don't have to do that because it's already evening. That's her time. You have to visit certain role holders during their actual time of day, or else you'll get kicked back.
なんじゃ、お前は。
Vivaldi, you're beautiful. Queen Vivaldi. It's the face in the photograph that I'd been shown.
いかにも。わらわはハートの城の女王、ビバルディだ。お前は
Just like the photo, and she's even more regal. I feel like I've become a small insect. She examines me as if looking down on something trifling.
答え。さもなくば首をはねる。
I'm Alice Little, Your Majesty, she told her. As I could see, and as I had heard from the explanation before, she is temperamental, and on top of that, she seems impatient, too.
お前、よそ者か。
Yes, she tells her, probably. That's what they call me, in this world.
なんじゃ曖昧な言い方をしよって。死刑にしてほしいのか。
Vivaldi tilted her head with interest as she spoke those unsettling words. Though she is a stern beauty, that gesture was like that of a girl's. It feels incongruous.
おい、お前。
Vivaldi called over one of the soldiers behind her.
お前は、この娘がよそ者だとわかるか。
いえ、残念ながら。私は役なしのカードですので。
わら、よそ者には初めて会った。どうやったらわかるものかと思っておったが、聞いた話通りわかるものじゃな。感じると言った方が良いのか。
She's so cute. That little grin.
さすがは女王陛下。
ああ、お前死刑な。
は？
わからなかった罰じゃ。誰か、この者の首をはねよ。
はは。
Other soldiers drag away the soldier who answered that he couldn't tell. Scary, she thinks, ...
お前、わらわのことが好きか。
After she kills someone. Oh, what's she saying? This queen, ? She's indeed Peter's boss. I prepare myself for her possibly saying those same words.
よそ者とは、この国の者に好かれるべく来た生き物らしい。じゃが、一方的に好かれるなどずるいと思わぬか？
She's like, yes, that's unfair, and I don't like it, since I don't want to be loved that much, but it probably is unfair. She says so, that may be true.
わらわが好きか？
I like you, she tells her, ? I have a feeling that this is the only way I can answer if I want to survive. However, I ended up answering honestly, adding a ?
かなっとはなんじゃ、かなっとは。いい加減な娘じゃのう。
I think replying clearly would be odd too, though, ... Of course, I can't say that, even if I think so.
まあよい。わらわが好きなら、生かしておいてやろう。
As I thought, that was the only acceptable answer. Thank goodness I didn't answer in an odd way.
わらわのことは、ビバルディとお呼び。
Queen Vivaldi, ?
ビバルディ。
Huh? But how can I talk to a queen so informally?
そうお呼び。でないと、首をはねてしまうよ。
She's like, Vivaldi, right. Nice to meet you, Vivaldi.
それでいい。連呼しなくとも聞こえておる。そんなに浮かれて、よほどわらわのことが好きなのじゃな。
As she winks at you. She says so arrogantly, and I quickly nod.
では、また遊びにおいで。ハートの城の門扉はいつでも開放されている。
Satisfied by my reaction, Vivaldi turned around. The soldiers, too, followed after her. She's like a real queen after a pause. And the scene changes. We are done with the opening events, you guys, and both prologues for the game. So, the last one left would be the Castle of Hearts right now, since I can't exactly open at the clock tower just yet. And that means we'll end this here.